Gotta catch my breath. I gotta take a deep breath, then a small breath, then two small breaths, then four medium breaths,
Right.
and then that all equals to having a fresh set of lungs.
Then you fart.
Well,
and then you burp.
That's only if you breathe in too much. See, I'm an experienced breather. I've had 35 years of practice doing this.
You just described hyperventilating, basically.
Well,
by the way.
so see, that just goes to show you the value of time, because how long it takes you to do that makes a big difference.
True.
You see,
right? The time element is required. Why is there all this beeping and bumping and bopping and
booping?
I can't handle it.
God damn! I gotta get this.
Jesus Christ! I gotta turn down
this going.
You would think we've been doing this show for some fucking half our lives,
like maybe 332 episodes.
You know,
or something like that.
Here's a scary piece of information.
Yeah,
a scary fact. At one point or another, we will have done this show for more than half of our lives.
I'm ready.
Of our living existence, the breathing, the humming and hemming and hawing.
Right, got them all.
It's going to be, once you get all the medium, small, large breaths in, I'm going to tell you, man, it's going to come. Most of those breaths are going to be on the air.
We're not even talking about mini breaths or wombo breaths. We're not even getting to that side of the spectrum yet. That's when you really go on the outskirts. That's when you start to talk about like invading the capital and stuff.
Right.
You know, when you get into that wombo territory.
Oh man.
Look out for those guys. Yep. If you've got that wombo going on there, you're in for some trouble.
You're in. This is going to be a bad day for you.
Bad stuff's going to happen for sure. There's no two ways about it.
I can tell. I can with full certainty, announce to whoever's listening that it is a bad day, because you have wound up here.
That's right.
Listening to our fucking show, our garbage show, and it. Oh my God. I guess we can talk about this.
Welcome to hell.
Like that. Ooh, yeah.
No. Don't say anything. Don't say anything about that.
Let's just start recording.
That's our segue. That's our segue.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, we got to wait for this.
Quick.
Hurry up. Let's start the damn show.
This show fucking sucks, dude. I hate this
all these
show.
People are like, I
always
love your new show.
You know what?
Like,
oh my
you're
God.
wrong.
I'm about to get into all that too.
I can't wait.
Oh, my God.
Can't wait to talk about it as soon as the damn thing starts. Any minute now.
Boy, it's going to start soon.
Allison says it's the best show.
This is, well, for some.
For some.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Yay! And then, wait.
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
That just happened.
This corner weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody!
You've got a dirty, whorish mouth.
Like a fucking amateur. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Okay, then.
Hail to the king, baby.
Ah, fuck it, dude. Let's go bold.
If you tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay.
Everybody, welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
That's it.
And that's all.
Welcome to hell.
That are here. We're in hell.
Welcome to hell. Everybody's dead. It's 4,000 degrees outside.
Presently, hell has been renamed Margaritaville.
Oh, man, I'm ready. And you got to drink them things quick. Everybody's. You have to get brain freeze, and it's going to melt in like 2 seconds.
It's the worst of the situations, and it's like it's bottom shelf tequila too.
Oh,
it's gonna taste
it's been
like
sitting
shit.
in the heat. Oh yeah, it's
the
really
worm
bad.
is in it too.
Oh, it's nothing but
still
worm.
alive.
It's all worm. It's the ratio's just flipped. There's just a little bit of tequila at the bottom.
It's just like a slightly moist worm.
Yeah, they just
tequila.
They just fed the worms tequila their whole lives, and you have to eat that in order to get any sort of semblance of a buzz.
They do that with those gummy bears. You ever had like the drunk gummy bears?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they get real big. Soak it all up.
Get all fat.
Yeah, well, eat that, whatever you need to do to convince yourself that you don't have a problem. I guess.
Yeah.
It's incorporate candy and all kinds of fun stuff. I love it.
This is a weird occasion.
That's it.
And then they're not commenting on the fact that that's like the 800th gummy bear.
Right, exactly right.
Gummy bear they've had this week.
And they're like, don't worry, dessert's coming up. Rum cake, all right? It's soaked in it. It's dripping with rum.
I put rum over after I'm done baking.
I got done. Yeah, why does everybody always waste all the rum? They burn it all off. The
Course
alcohol's the best part.
Don't worry. After a couple bites, you won't even realize that it's soggy.
Listen, here's your
You'll
slice.
forget
Just
about it.
wring it out and drink it, okay? Don't complain. Then you have sort of a mush
They
that you
serve
can.
it to you in a cup.
Yeah,
Because
it's just dripping.
it's like a root beer float.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Yeah, it's just saturated from head to toe.
Oh man, and so are the bodies
So many.
of so many people. Jimmy Buffett's dead.
Yep, dead as a doornail.
Finally.
Dead as a
Jesus
doornail.
fuck. Do you know the reactions that like so many people had reactions like, oh, he's been a constant in my life, and I've it's so profound.
What do you mean by that?
Fucking Margaritaville. Like,
Yeah.
that's like the only.
Are you
thing
telling me
he's
you
known
got
for.
happy every time you heard that song?
What? If that song did not meet your ears with some mild sense of annoyment,
Right.
like an annoyance,
Yeah, you haven't listened to it enough, or had to listen to it
then
enough.
you
yeah.
haven't been paying attention through most of your life because it gets jammed down your fucking throat.
That's right.
It's like, how can I chill when this is all I hear?
That's
and
it.
it's also so poorly composed. Look, I
Unless
don't
Jimmy
care.
Buffett got you drunk or high at some sort of thing, Jimmy Buffett was not a constant in your life.
No.
Okay.
If he was, you would have had a bad life.
Yeah, exactly
Trust
right.
me.
Things that every single article I read about him started with Jimmy Buffett, who popularized the beach bum lifestyle. So, like, it's okay. That's the mark that he left on the world. Congratulations now. Being
Newsflash,
homeless and
Mr.
poor,
Lebowski.
yeah, it's an
thumbs
aspiration. Your
Get a
war's
job,
over.
sir.
Your war's over. Get a job, sir.
That's basically where we're at with
Yeah,
him.
that's
Like,
that.
He's
I
not,
hope-
but he's not a folk hero. He's just a
No.
shitty musician who's obsessed with day drinking.
Right, exactly.
Like, wow, so is
Speaking
like
of
my
which,
uncle.
speaking of which, the Smash Mouth guy's dead too.
I feel like we're just cleaning house now because
Yeah.
he is of equal caliber. If I had to pick somebody who's
It's the
literally
heat.
he lived this life in Margaritaville, and that's why
Yeah.
he's now with the Worms.
Well, you have a standing gig. It's kind of like Vegas, but there's a lot more alcohol. And you didn't think that was possible because it's Vegas, but there it is, Margaritaville. Everything is like that rum cake. It's
we were
just
basically
dripping.
talking about his diet, whatever his fucking name was.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered to learn his fucking
I
name
don't
because
know what
he's
his
just he just created even somehow more than Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
I'll take Jimmy Buffett over him because he created even more annoying and frequent songs. I
Oh,
saw
man.
this love for him too.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Smash Mouth. It's crap. The shit. It's garbage. It's both. It's just like that gummy bear. It's
Yeah.
just candy. There's no nutrients.
Right.
And it's soaked in alcohol.
Oh God! See, I love that. I'm all about it. I didn't know what that guy looked like though, because
Really?
whenever I heard Smash Mouth, all I saw
He had the-
behind the microphone was a bottle of bleach and a thick pair of sunglasses. So that was the only thing that I could see, and
He-
big shirts.
He was the poster child for
Yeah.
growing a tiny chin strap if you're too fat to have a
Well,
jawline.
sometimes you just have to remind people where the remnants of a great civilization once were. You need that little reminder. It's like the little marker that they put next to the Coliseum. It's all dilapidated
He-
and shit, but
He kind of looked to me like pop, like he was like a pop Fred Durst,
yes,
Right?
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
With
Like
the same level of maturity. Like
initially,
It's wrong.
that's right.
Look,
Initially,
it's
initially a twin, but he resorbed to the twin. so
maybe that's why he drank himself to
Yeah,
literally to
exactly
death.
right.
He's just trying to make
just constant battles in his head.
just
Yeah.
like quiet the voices. In
Absolutely, yeah.
Of
His,
his-
his
of
other
his-
brother.
His
Yeah.
mind. He ate in the womb. Might
He's
as
got-
well be walking
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
sun.
That's right. Yeah, oh my God, I love it. Every time those songs, those three like hits that they had,
Oh man.
I love it. Every time they come on because they've surpassed the annoying stage for me. Long time ago. Long time ago. I love them now. Every
You-
time
you're
I hear
just-
them, I'm just like,
You're Michael Myers and
It's-
Shrek.
it's
You're just
dumpster
you
fire stuff, yeah.
your loins get like
Oh,
fired
yeah.
up.
my mask can barely contain me. Yeah. Yep,
Eddie
that's
Murphy
it.
comes busting through.
Yeah, he is all the time. He's
He's like,
yeah.
"You a smelly ogre."
Yeah,
and you're like, "Shut the fuck up, Eddie Murphy.
Murphy, find something
Go
else
back
to do.
making straight to DVD movies."
Pretend like you haven't made a fool of yourself for the past 20 years. Okay, go back and look smug in the corner.
Go do Raw 2.
Yeah.
Put the leather on again. Go make something worth listening to for fucking
Piss off, Mr. T again. Talk about him fucking you in the ass again. See what happens.
God, talk about somebody whose career is long. Like he's
Eddie
way
Murphy?
outlived that career. Yeah,
Are you talking about Mr. T?
Well, both. Well,
But-
yeah, certainly both. Mr. T is
That's really what it's going to be. Is one day when Eddie Murphy is ushered away from Hollywood and put into the secluded chambers of the backwoods of California. He's going to open the
where they
door.
retire all the old comedians.
That's it. He's going to open the door, and there will be Mr. T standing in the middle of the
He'll be
room
there.
saying, "Oh, you finally made it!
Come here, fool."
Come here, fool!
And he's gonna just punch
That's
him
right.
in his
Right in the face. The
Not-
leather's coming off.
Yep.
It's like, here we go. Time for
He's
my
gonna-
punchline.
He's gonna his body's gonna evaporate and it'll just be a pile of leather jackets and gloves.
Yeah, it's like the Wicked Witch. There's nothing left. Nothing left.
That's pretty much as far as like his sense of humor now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he still has a good sense of humor, but like, where is he ever? And
He
in the
doesn't.
zeitgeist. He
No, he
pop
doesn't
up.
do anything anymore. And he's cited before that when he was doing stand up, that he used to be able to hone his craft and go to these little clubs and get his his material down. But now because of phones, he doesn't want to work out any material.
but,
As if that's an original
They've
line.
got the solution for that. I saw Chris Rock live years ago, and they locked my phone up in this weird pouch
that's
that like I got to keep.
Mm-hmm,
But then I came back. They unlocked the pouch while I was there, and then like they took it back. So
there you go.
is a very interesting solution for it. But
You got to do
shut
what
the
you can
fuck
do.
up, Eddie
That's
Murphy.
right. Exactly right.
Just face the facts that you're
Mhm.
really not that. Your shtick is not really popular any longer. However, as far as like new age like comedians, they all just do like crowd work. Like this Matt Rife guy is like he's not really that interesting or funny.
Right.
Like people are just going batshit over him too. I think what I'm trying to say is people have bad taste.
People bad.
Jimmy Buffett, you love Jimmy Buffett, you love Smash Mouth.
Mhm.
Who else is fucking? There's a million people dead now.
Bob Barker is who
Bob
we missed.
Barker,
That's the
oh,
one.
I loved your response to this. Finding out Bob Barker.
What did I say?
Did you say this or did Allison say this?
What you got closest to 99 without going over? Yeah, yeah.
Close to 100 as you could without going over.
Yeah, it's the irony of his life, and I like to think that he died with a little smirk on his face.
Of
because
course he did.
I just loved seeing that video pop back up of him and Adam Sandler duking it out in a hospital room.
That was great.
That really, I like to think that's those were his final moments. I wish that Adam Sandler had gone. And Bob had stayed, but
What he says in that video is the funniest shit. Bob Barker says like he was talking about Drew Carey because Adam Sandler's trying to like shit on him and be like, oh, I like this new host of Price is Right.
yeah.
And he's like, well, he never had to do the loppity doo waka waka voice like some desperate idiot. that little sound bite perfectly describes Adam Sandler's entire comedic
and who better for it
sensibility.
to come from than a dead Bob Barker.
I love it.
That's to me. I hope that there was some sort of eulogized version of that. That would have been even better. Like he spent the last little bit of his money to get a CGI thing where he's like like him and Adam Sandler like having a sword fight or something. Like he hired a bunch of extras in like green screen body leotards. He really went all in because he started losing it at the end and everybody was a threat. And so he was like, I already lost my show. I can't lose my reputation. And so he's like, I got to kill this guy once and for all.
I got to literally kill him.
Whatever it is, I have to leave a legacy.
I got a double-sized coffin. He's going in there with
That's
me.
right. That's right.
Coming in.
I got that 2-for deal, and I'm not wasting the space. I'm subletting this apartment, whatever I have to do. They can climb in the window if they have to.
I would love it if like depending on like where he was going to get buried, he had to like spin a big wheel.
That would have been great. Yeah. Which
or
plot?
Plinko down
plot?
into the they Plinko's casket like wherever it lands. There's like 8 holes dug.
See, now this is the thing. This is the thing I was thinking about too, because so many people are getting cremated these days. They might not even be rotting away like we hope.
Like we hope. Where are the maggots? Where's the worms?
What do you mean
Where's
they're
the
done?
rotting flesh?
There's a whole period of time that we're supposed to be able to grieve them here and just continue to look through the little glass window in the top of their coffin that
Yeah.
all you got to do is lift the flowers out.
I would
That's
love
what those
that.
vases are for.
You know what though? I really would prefer if we would stop embalming
Yeah.
and keeping them like preserved, because
Right.
these motherfucking dead bodies are probably more like preserved. By the time I die, they'll still look like they did when I last saw them.
Yeah, we don't have a great civilization that they're going to reconstruct sometime thousands of years in the future.
No.
That's not going to happen for us.
Mm-mm.
We already voted no on that back in the 1800s. The moment that we were like, let's get these cars going here, we're like, nope, the end,
Nope.
the end.
Mm-mm.
Not that year. No, and
we're
that
done.
that left us. Yeah, so Bob's gone. So that means
He's
you know
like,
what that
come
means.
on down.
Wild cats and dogs everywhere. They're just
They're
fucking.
fucking-
They're fucking.
And no
and-
one's stopping them from doing anything.
No, there's just. Oh my god, it's
Allison's
just
out there
everywhere.
just with, she's got scalpels in all like in between all of her fingers.
That's right.
and
She's just
trying-
she's throwing them
like
like
a
a
ninja.
ninja anime. That's it. Yeah.
Doing her
Just
part.
slicing nuts off
Oh,
left
my
and right.
God.
That's it. Whatever you can figure out. However,
busting through home windows.
whatever means necessary. Find those doggy doors.
Crawling through doors.
Yep, that's all you have
Somebody's
to do.
got to carry the legacy on now.
Somebody does. You just get, especially if you get those little dogs, you just get a chew toy. You just
Mhm.
get them to bite the end. You can just lift them right up,
Yep.
stomach exposed, little snip, snip,
Slash.
little zip, zip.
Boom.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's right.
Then you shoot them from a cannon back into the pond, and then they swim out.
They
They're
hit a brick wall
fine.
and it's like splat. They're gone just completely.
It's all about Bob's memory. That's
Well, they
that's the
won't be
whole
having
fuck-
more
that's right.
puppies.
Did
So
you see any little ones around? Didn't think so.
problem is still solved.
You're welcome.
Might not
You're
be how
welcome.
you like it to be solved, but it's still solved.
That's
God damn
right. I know how to do things that I need to get done. All right. Now hold this while I go and have 8 more children.
it. Spin that big old wheel. Yeah, baby.
That's it.
Who else died? Somebody else big died, I think. Or did we cover them all?
Those are the 3 that I'm aware of that stuck out.
Yeah.
Other people, of course, are dead, but
Right,
I don't
yeah.
know.
But
yeah.
they're not noteworthy, and who cares
Not
about
that we
them?
can remember at the moment, but then again, we forgot Bob Barker last week too. So
Well, see-
even though Juan brought it up, after you were like,
That's
"Oh,
true.
we forgot about Bob Barker," I was like, "Shit!" And Juan said something too in the comments while
Yep,
we were doing the show,
Juan knew it.
but we were just in the middle of talking about something else, so we blew past it. But yeah,
Well,
so
once and for all, I mean, because that's always
it.
been a
They're-
question. We're like, we always think he's dead, and
Right.
then it always turns out he's
he's not, and now he is.
He's
Now
moved on.
Dick Van Dyke, he's holding up.
Dick Van
He's
fucking Dyke
holding up the flag.
is
He's
not ever
laughing.
gonna die.
Oh man.
Apparently.
His skin's just getting thinner and thinner,
Oh.
and thinner. And he's just waiting. He's waiting any moment now. He's just laughing too. You know he is. He's got a whole collection of like leg bones and arm bones all going around.
Sorry, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody.
Oh, you're looking.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Juan says Congressman Bill Richardson died.
Oh no.
I know. not again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Does he? What? It all depends. How I feel about that depends on how he
Yeah.
votes.
Well, and also what he's done with his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. But yeah, there's all kinds of people drop them like flies. And of course, it's like we said, 4,000 degrees. So of course,
But
people are-
yet Mitch McConnell's still out here.
He's fine. He's
losing track
cooking.
of everything.
he's definitely cooking. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's had his moments where it's scary when the microwave stops counting down but doesn't turn off, and you start to worry about what's happening with the radiation inside of this
Well,
very
yeah.
thinly walled box.
I was heating up some lunch today, and
Yeah.
an ant ended up in the microwave.
Yeah.
He was still walking around, but I was like, did
That's
I just
fine.
give that thing cancer?
No, he's gonna wake you up tomorrow.
It's gonna be giant
It's
tomorrow.
gonna be huge, yeah.
Holy shit.
But then all you have to do is figure out how to like break him, right?
yeah.
So that you can ride him
It's an
around.
exos- well, oh, you mean just like
He's a
spiritually?
conveyance. No, he's a conveyance. yeah. Break down his will
like
to-
Honey, I Shrunk
to
the Kids.
resist.
They like
Exactly.
they make friends
you
with
get
a
a
man.
whole thing, but this is full size.
Right.
And then what happens after that? Then you start to breed them, and then you have a whole big thing of ants because they're all dumb.
Just spitting right in the face of Bob Barker.
There you
breeding
go.
them, having
The queen's
more.
dead, so that you
All-
can.
It's all there is. No more
Position's
rules.
open. The position is open. That's all I'm
No
saying.
holds barred, baby.
Mhm.
Betty White's gone.
She's gone.
All the staples are gone.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know?
Everybody. I mean, we've got a few. There's a few of the old ones that are still left,
Mhm.
but it's
dwindling.
it's dwindling. Yeah, it's
Dwindling
dwindling.
away. Make room
Yeah.
for the new blood.
That's right. It's time for
Make
some new
room.
blood in this old vat.
Mhm.
So
When's Madonna gonna die
Madonna,
already?
I can't believe that
She's
she's
so
still alive.
delusional that she thinks that she's like an icon.
She's
Still.
ready. She's ready to.
Oh.
She's trying to double down on what she can do here.
Yeah.
But yes, his name other than Bob Barker and Steve. While we were talking about the Smash Mouth guy died, and who was the other person? Jimmy Buffett too. Yeah. We were talking about the ones that died. But yeah, so it's been a mortal month
Yes.
so far, and we're only on the
Kicking it
5th
off.
day.
That's right. We're kicking off this month of September.
That's it.
With just copious deaths.
Yeah, keeping it coming. So we're going to have this. I guess it's going to be 1,000 degrees for the next couple of days, and then it's going to get into fall weather. Then we're going to settle into the season for a little bit, and then I'm sure we're going to get another.
Oh, right in the snow after that.
They're talking about us getting a heavy winter this year, but I mean, with the way the heat's sticking around, I'm going to say I'm going to save up. I'm going to put lots of rocks out in the yard. That way, they soak up the ambient heat. Right? You really want to get that, store that energy as radiation, and then it's going to radiate out into the world.
It's like
Gary Wright died too. Dreamweaver.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Juan,
my God.
I'm saying, man, Juan, now that one.
I believe
This
you
one-
can get
oh,
me
this one
through
hurts.
the
Yeah.
night. I'd rather listen to that than fucking Margaritaville for the 8,000th time.
Yeah, that one was one of the video. We played that song on one of the very first episodes of the show. And
Really?
I only remember because I listened to it like 4 billion times while I was trying to figure out how to edit them.
That one
and that's
solidified.
back. That was back when we did 3 musical breaks during the show.
We did do
Remember
that.
that?
Oh my God, way back.
Yeah, we gave
'Cause we
ourselves a
didn't have-
lot more leeway.
We did not. I was not comfortable with just completely letting all the filters off and just letting my ADD brain go. Like, you're witnessing both something completely uninteresting, just hearing my rambling.
Yeah.
So I bore myself.
You've both settled in and given up at the same
Exactly.
time.
It is a benefit that I have more airspace to like fill, but it's with less valuable stuff.
Well, inevitably the content
It's all
dwindles,
garbage.
but it was worse back then. I
It
mean,
was so
we-
much
We
worse.
still
back
follow
then.
the same formula where we talked
Ugh.
about the better stuff off air.
Man,
It's
I was
just
so nervous.
now.
I was so nervous to talk back in the early days.
You know, it takes some time. Takes some time to get used
Now,
to just
I
stringing
lost-
shit together.
I lost all my filters and my self-respect. That's why I go on here every
That's-
week and I bare my bare bottom right in front of you,
Bottom.
my bare butt.
Back and balls.
For you all to look at and
That's it.
laugh at.
That's right. Yuck it up.
You motherfucker. I'm just gonna run that into the grave.
One. You're doing this to me.
I was like, I
That's
can
right.
see the plot, the
That's
dug
right.
hole
That's-
all the way out there. I'm just until I go.
I'm a dancing
careening
that
into
way.
it.
That's
That's
right.
right.
I was reading an article that didn't get included in Weird News for today, where they were talking about within, I think they said 30 years, they're going to be able to reanimate frozen bodies.
Oh, so Walt Disney's coming back.
So Walt's coming
in
back.
30 years?
That's what they said.
30. All we got to do is live 30 more years. And
I mean,
they're
that's what this
Wait a minute,
article
what
said.
In the fuck? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Mhm.
Where are they getting off with that? That the problem though is like, how are they going to like revive
Hair dryers. Yeah, just put them on cool. That's all. You don't want to make it too much of a shock to the system. with that.
Microwaves. we covered this earlier.
We already talked about the microwaves.
What they're going to do is they're going to cure cancer in the next 30 years. That way, it doesn't matter if you have too much
Like,
radiation.
who cares?
Throw them out in the microwave.
Yeah.
Put it on
Pop
high
'em
for
in.
2 minutes, and you'll guess what? You're back to life
That's
again.
it. That's it. See, what I think they need to do is they need to completely run them through like a food dehydrator.
Yeah.
And just like they do with make banana chips and shit.
Mhm.
Just make them real small and make them like those little things that you call shrinky dinks, even though they're not actually shrinky dinks. Those
Yeah.
little rubber things.
Yeah.
You put them in the bathtub, and then they come back. They absorb the moisture,
Okay.
turn back into human. Right? You don't have to worry about any freezer burn because you get all the moisture out
That's
that
what
way.
I'm saying. Your skin would take a huge toll on your
Yeah,
skin. You get
yeah.
freezer. You ever leave like an ice cream way in the back of your freezer and you find it later? It's got so much freezer burn
Man,
all
yeah.
over it. It's like inedible.
It
at that
looks like
point.
Tom Hanks getting pulled off the island. All
Yeah.
that ice sticking out like hair. Yeah, it's like Jesus Christ.
It's got a
Feral.
man, I heard that Tom Hanks is a real asshole actually.
Oh yeah, we talked about this
Yeah.
before. Yeah,
Man,
Yeah.
I always think about that
he's
now.
tired. It's
'Cause
because
he's
he has a young wife though.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she's a bitch, I think. And so
Oh,
it's,
she's
it's
always
bringing down. Before
bagging
he
him.
was kind of kind because he was like, "I'm Tom Hanks. Everybody loves me, but
I'm
nobody
America's
loves me."
dad.
Yeah, he's like, so
He took over the America's Dad space after Bill Cosby had some.
That's right. And Bob Saget died. So
and
it's like,
Bob Saget
yeah,
died,
yeah.
yeah.
So he's the only one left.
Yeah.
They're looking for a replacement, but
Oh man, I saw on Family Feud. One of the contestants did a Bill Cosby impression, and I was like, "What year was this film?"
yeah, yeah.
I was like, "This is not something you pull out anymore."
yeah, this is
that
the,
was
the
what
reference.
What an incredibly an incredible turnaround.
Yeah, no
from,
kidding,
like,
right?
Being probably the most beloved like TV dad
Mhm,
ever.
mhm.
I mean, we all like had a opinion of Bill Cosby that was a
Well,
positive
sure.
one.
Yeah,
pretty
well, yeah,
much.
it's the sweaters primarily. Yeah.
That guy was like a walking he was like a monster. He was like drugging women and doing shit.
Yeah.
Holy fucking
Yeah, absolutely.
shit.
He knew it too.
And now he's like he's in prison, right? Like didn't he get like
Yeah, and then he got out.
thrown hot
They got
dogs thrown at him?
hot dogs thrown at him. Yeah, that was while he was in, but he's out now.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah, and I think he's got another trial where he might go back in somewhere else or
He
something like that.
He looks like someone's dog that like is this close to being put down.
Juan says, I think Tom Hanks is tired of his young son's antics. Yeah, his progeny is he's definitely
is out there just jerking off.
Yeah, he's making
right
it
in public.
He's making it happen when he can. Yeah, I just think that whatever we can do with these celebrities, right? We have to figure out a way that we can spy on them. Okay.
I think that TMZ does this
The
already.
moment, no, I'm talking about invading their privacy.
Oh
That-
man,
the
talking about breaking laws.
the moment that you move into Hollywood, right, to become like a full-time, we have to be able to watch you on set all the time because the minute that they yelled cut, Bill Cosby just went dark. He's just like, I wish I could yell cut for my life and all the terrible things that I've done. And
Well, I thought you were kind of like leaning towards the idea that all these people are like replaceable with other like robots. Like we don't know whether they continue to exist or
This
not.
is a
There's a
whole
lot of
different
theories
thing.
with like Paul McCartney, like he's been dead
McCartney,
for a
Eminem.
long time. Eminem,
Yeah, Eminem.
really?
Oh yeah, did the same thing. That he died a long time ago, and they
From
replaced him
what?
with somebody else. Probably drugs, or he got hit in the car, or whatever.
Some disgruntled fan shot him.
His mom came
I'm gonna
back.
tell you something. The guy who shot John Lennon is like, I don't have any ill will towards him.
Sure. It was all right. Yeah, but see,
And let me pair that sentence next to this sentence.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big fan of John.
not a big John Lennon fan. Yeah. He's got a little bit. It's just
Imagine all the
Well,
people.
he really has created some problems. That's for sure.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what,
of course,
man.
his life.
If I mean, you know, he's a piece of shit. Like he
Yeah.
was a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, and of course that guy who killed him was fucking crazy.
Well, but
Like,
of course,
you know, that's sad too. But
at least he
I
has
will
an
never-
excuse.
I'll never forgive John Lennon for writing that goddamn fucking garbage that all these celebrities. I ranted about this. A few
I
times.
know.
Every time I hear that song, all I think about is Gal Gadot is just like, I know how to solve the world's problems. I know what they need. They need us all to just be off key and off time singing this piece of shit
That's
song. That I'm like, we're
Time.
going through some serious
time.
shit right now.
We are the world.
Shut the fuck up back
We
there.
are the people.
I feel like I'm on a bus and like the little kid stands up like he's a main character in the movie, and I'm just the bus driver, like, shut the fuck up. Sit down. You aren't even close to the gas pedal over here.
If you don't sit down, I'm driving this right off the cliff.
We're on the edge of the cliff right
That's
now.
right. And if we're not, I'm going to find one and we're going to drive right off the cliff.
Just the overestimation of importance in the world. Like,
You sit down or you're never going to get up again. Okay?
I had never wanted someone to have COVID more than at that time.
that's right.
I was like, God, I hope she gets it.
Spread it.
God, I hope
Spread
she
it out.
catches it.
That's it. Shoot those
Ah,
darts.
Jesus Christ.
Dip them and fire them right into the jugular.
Boom. Man, I hate that song.
He's doing what he needs to do.
Almost as much as Margaritaville.
Yeah, Juan says that Chapman killed Lennon for Jodie Foster. True story.
Oh, right. He was
Yep.
like, he had this weird like fixation, like Taxi Driver, right?
Yeah, well, right.
He was trying to
Taxi Driver,
save
yeah,
her or
right.
something.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh, or was that the attempted murder of like Reagan?
Juan will tell us.
Yeah,
Juan
Juan
knows
knows.
what's going on. Juan's going to keep us straight here with what's going on in history.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, he believes so. So it's
Okay,
you know,
got it.
you got to protect people, and hopefully those things are not just fabricated in your mind. But if they are, by all means, change the course of history. It's fine. It's no big deal. It's no big deal as long as we can
I guess
all.
he just wanted to like own his life or something.
As long as we can make another YouTube video and raise some money that we don't have to contribute to, it's all going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. But speaking of all being fine, our new show is out. Okay,
Yeah,
the incredible two-headed horror show.
This is troubling to me
Yeah.
because there is so much attention on this other
Yeah,
show that we
right.
have.
keep
it is.
keep it that way.
Oh man, God.
That's it. We're gonna just keep pointing that direction. It's-
Please always go listen to
Do it.
the better
Yes.
staff of
Just
Say Love
See,
Satan.
the beautiful thing though, what I'm happy about is if people want to listen to our garbage, fine. Go ahead.
All right,
Do what you want to do.
waste your time, I guess.
But at least the glory is going to Say Love Satan.
That's true.
That's how I
That's
feel
true.
about it. That we're contributing to something that we believe in. To our friends, and I think that's really what it's all about. But what the hell? I mean, we're gonna figure it all out.
We're still working through, like our format and everything.
Well, yeah,
But we had like 1,000 people download it
Over.
in a week.
yeah, less than a week, I think it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
that-
yeah. so-
Having that many people pay attention to anything I've ever done is
Yeah.
probably more. That's more people paying attention to something I've done than like ever in my life.
That's
probably.
it. That's it. And we can. I mean, and none of them is Malcolm McDowell this time.
And that's probably like some of the weakest content we've
Yeah,
put out.
that's why I love it.
As
I
far as,
love it.
like I have I have maybe like 5 minutes here and there
Sure.
every couple of weeks or
Mhm.
every like few months
Right.
on this show where I'm like, yeah, that was a pretty good bit.
Yeah, got it.
That was funny. But everything else, like all like the other 90 or 60 to 90 minutes of it,
Yeah, it's going rough. Yeah,
fucking
fall to
trash.
pieces. But I think
Trash.
it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to
it's fun to do.
sort of progressing all of this. And what occurred to me the other day? I was cutting the grass and I was listening back to the other show, and all of a sudden I thought,
I haven't even listened back to it.
wait a minute.
I don't even know how good it is.
Oh yeah, it's
I don't even know that.
it
I'm
doesn't
sure
matter.
it's terrible.
It doesn't matter.
Go ahead, Al.
It's like I say, it's better. So it's but I'm sitting out there, or I'm riding the tractor out there, cutting the grass, and all of a sudden it hits me how many people are probably listening to this. This is before Jesse told us what the stats were and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, this is on their feed, their Spotify or for their podcast feed.
Yeah.
That means that everybody that is following them or subscribed to them is going to find out that this is happening. So even if they just listen to the beginning of it, and
Right.
they're like, oh, here's this other thing that they're going to talk about, this other stuff, we might as well check that out. I was just thinking conservatively, like a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be a lot of people listening to this bullshit.
So we'll have probably one more. So I am very interested at the
Yeah.
rate with which we lose
And
people.
that's when we get into our games,
Yeah,
our
that's what-
territory. How can
Now
we
you're
lose?
in my
That's
world.
right.
I'm gonna lose your
welcome
attention.
to the subtraction game. All right. Let's see how long you can hold out, because we're professionals. We've been doing this for years,
oh
decades.
man, we know how to lose your
Oh,
attention.
let me tell you what. We can
Very
put
well.
you to sleep like well,
You will.
pudding pops.
Yeah. Oh, God.
This is weird news.
No force necessary. We've just got a delicious drink for you to try.
It's delicious. Drink it down.
Drink it
so-
down your gullet.
There you go. That's all you can do. But yeah, so keep listening to the other show.
Yeah.
We're gonna
So-
keep going. We're gonna make some other shit. We're gonna figure some things out,
Yeah.
add some fun things. I don't know. It's like I'm trying to figure out how we can like share other content for that show. I guess I was thinking about doing it on the Kickstart page, but then I thought, well, but they're not always referencing that. They're referencing us individually.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know.
I've been getting like all these weird
Me too.
tags and
Yeah, me
stuff
too.
from people I don't know,
It's
and
great.
people requesting me, and I'm like, I don't know you.
I love it.
It's, I was saying to Allison as I was leaving, I was like, the weirdest thing is that there's all these people who are listening that I don't know their name.
Yes.
Like anyone who listens to this show, I know you personally. I know you. Like,
One way or the other, we bumped into each other. It's the only reason why you're still here. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just-
we've
it's just
we've
insane.
shed the audience, the strangers anyway.
Mhm.
But yeah, we'll see.
I feel like I can hold myself more accountable when I know who you are.
Yeah,
Like, at least I can make it up to you with like like with hellos and sorries.
Well, right, apologies, or at least being like, well, at least I'm not that bad all the time, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that is entertainment these days. The worse it gets, the better it is, and I'm here for it.
We're just filling the space.
Literally, that's why I'm here.
That's why we're here.
I'm here to make it worse. So let's make it worse with some weird news. How about that?
Reliably, always.
How
does.
about that?
Go.
Juan, yes, indeed, we are. We pretty much come in a little bit early before we do. He's asking if we do the other show here too. So we
so
just
far.
come in early and pretty much do it before we go on and do the Kickstart show. So
Yeah, that way we can kind of consolidate.
it's just once a month though. So we just do it. Yeah.
So actually, after this show, me and Matt are gonna
Next week
probably
we'll
gonna talk
record the next
about
one.
what movie we're gonna watch,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna get all my like news article. I'm actually gonna go back and find some more news, and I'm gonna rework that that trailer thing too,
Mhm.
because I think that there's a way to make it kind of work, which is like we were talking about.
Mhm.
So we'll see.
Yeah, because
I also had an idea for like either just like a theme or a segment throughout it.
okay.
So I'll tell you about it later.
I think we'll have some things because like since you don't listen to Say Love Satan, they have these different segments, but they don't do them every episode.
Mhm.
So whenever they decide to talk about something, they sort of introduce a segment to specify to people that now we're going to be talking about this or doing this or whatever.
I gotcha.
So I was thinking we could kind of adapt that because they're putting their tag on the end of the show, and of course we have our own.
I thought you were just trying to get my
Yeah.
attention.
Wake up!
Look at me while I'm fucking talking to you. Look at my balls, my eyeballs.
My balls are up here.
It's coughing in my face. Wake up.
Wake up! My balls are up here. All right. Let's get this.
Oh man,
This is it. This is our lives now.
if my life is that little gnat, its culmination of its life was to give us a laugh.
Yes.
If that can be my life, every now and then,
yeah.
like when I'm eating like delicious food, I just think about how that creature, the culmination of that creature's life was just for me to enjoy it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, to be like,
And
all
I'm
right.
like, oh. I'm
or,
like,
or better yet, to be like, actually, this wasn't that good.
right? Oh boy, you really kind of burned that.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
It's all right. We'll just throw it away.
That's fine. I feel like that the most success I could have is just to be like, oh, that guy was kind of funny for a minute.
Yeah.
Like that, great. I did it right.
He
then.
did, yeah. You want to be forgettable and have memory at the same time.
Yeah, I want to be forgettable, so I'm not a burden on
That's
you.
right.
After I'm
That's
gone.
what you want.
I'm not going to burden your mind.
If I'm here
Well,
helping
if-
you out, great.
If
but
you're boohooing over me after it's all done,
something's wrong.
I must have messed something up.
Yeah.
You gotta be more of a dick.
Somebody didn't get the memo. Yeah.
Can't be nice all the time. You gotta balance it perfectly.
Nope. That's not how it happens. That's a stupid fucking thing. The damn computer opened up a whole internet browser on top of all the shit that I'm trying to do.
Hell yeah.
Fix it.
That's
Get
all
this
right.
shit out of the way.
Those who
Go away.
commit their nights to the Tuesday are
That's right, they
already
know.
committed for however long it takes.
They know what's going on. Get out. Fucking Microsoft. Go away. No.
Yeah. Boy, that's a that's,
It's gonna get good. All right, like
that's
we're
a familiar
ready.
looking thing.
Everybody ready? What do you mean it's familiar?
Oh, just the it's a very like 70s looking house.
Oh, that part.
Time
that's
period.
good. I was gonna say you haven't seen this story yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. You guys are about to
take it
see
away,
some-
Stevie.
About to see some
See,
stories.
hear, smell, touch, and
Whatever
taste.
senses are available, they're about to get assaulted.
That's right.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news on the Kickstart Matt.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used a witchcraft on me to get the fire off me! Oh, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. A human torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has partnership.
And now with this week's weird news, here's
So for our first story, everybody buckle up. Before we get started, forgot to talk. We have to continue the saga because
All right.
I'm the source of information here. The Supreme Court is set to decide whether or not they're going to kick Trump off the bill for the president. So we'll see. what happens with
okay.
that.
To see if he's allowed to run or not.
There's some talk in the town, so we'll see what happens there. But anyhow, talk about talk in the town. A man. Oh wait, I got to get the image up here for all of the viewers at home. A man in Alabama spent 50 years tricking his entire town into believing Bigfoot lived there.
I fucking love this guy.
I do too. That's
This is
why
my
he's on
hero.
here. Look at this guy. 50 fucking years of his life.
But he looks like he works at like an independently owned gas station.
And he didn't say a fucking word. He just
Yeah.
sat on a chair in front of the station the whole time, just watched everybody freaking out. And he's just watching them like walk by, just chuckling to himself. Well, prankster genius.
These stupid idiots out here.
Fuck.
Dumb Alabama full fucking
It
morons.
really, this is a really great story. I fucking love this. So prankster genius Eugene Hendrick. That was really
I thought you were introducing a new guy.
He was a whole
Prankster Jr.
Prankster Jr. Eugene. He's taking over. He's taking over for the Bigfoot scam.
Prankster Jr.
Prankster genius Eugene Hendricks' plan was hatched back in the 70s when someone spotted tracks by the river. He said, I got a wild hare one day. I wanted to do something.
Drop some
Yeah,
acid.
yeah. He's like, I don't know. I
concert.
dropped some acid one day, and I was like, I want to do something about this Sasquatch thing. So he said, I cut some big old feet and bolted them to some shoes, and then walked around by the river making tracks. I even made claw marks on the trees. And if you look, these are the shoes. He's pointing to them.
This is fucking insane.
Okay.
This guy.
So then he said, however, speculation soon filled the town as they were convinced that something out of the ordinary was going on.
He was terrorizing a whole town of people.
And it got so wild, even the police with search dogs showed up.
Oh my God.
Trying to find this Sasquatch, right? Local Jimmy McGinty was just a child when the mysterious Bigfoot was supposedly wandering around the town. Okay. He remembered, I was just going out by the river and saw some unusual tracks on the sandbar, and I went and looked and saw these big footprints, and I'm going, am I seeing this right? I can't be seeing this right. But with such fear in the community and the police involvement, Hendrick decided to abandon his antics. It was getting too hot. He couldn't handle the heat anymore.
He's like, wow, they're taking this way too seriously.
Bigfoot's going in hiding.
Damn,
So he said,
I'm too good at this.
I put the cutout feet and shoes away, and I kept it secret until 2017.
Wow.
He said, and for a long while, no one knew that he was behind it. But Hunter Royal, who owns Old Gin Greek Country Store in the town.
There it is.
Yeah, there you
There's
go.
that
Gotta
privately
love
owned
those
bullshit.
old Greek country stores, of course. Decided that he'd start selling a monster burger called the Sasquatch Burger, right? Because Sasquatch is around. When Hendrick decided it was time that he was going to come clean about his epic pranking, McGinty couldn't believe it was him. And he said, I knew I wasn't crazy then, but he got me. So the store then went on to sell all kinds of Bigfoot merchandise, even picking up a 3,500-pound solid concrete Sasquatch.
Damn.
So this guy was like, we got Bigfoots here, okay? I'm going to cash in on this because nobody liked Greek country store shit.
Nobody likes the Greek stuff he sells.
right? So he's like, we got Bigfoot. I'm going to do Bigfoot. And then this guy, he's like, later on, after like being open for 20 fucking years selling Bigfoot stuff, he's like, oh, I did all that, by the way.
It was all bullshit.
None of this is real. This is all bullshit. And then everybody's like, well, fuck you guys then. And now he's sitting on all this Sasquatch merch. So
what I would love for him to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? He ruined that guy's
right.
business.
I love it. It's even better. It makes him an even better prankster.
What I would love for him to do is to culminate this whole prank
Yeah.
by staging like faking his own death
Yeah.
as if he was torn apart by a real Bigfoot. And they're like, I don't know, the body's like it's in pieces. It's like there's nothing left of him.
That's it. That's where we need to go with this. Like today,
and just capture it.
we
like
need to
we
find this guy's phone number. We have to get him. We
Oh
have
my
to get
God.
him to be like,
I
all right,
just-
listen.
I love how he looks too. He
is perfect. He's exactly the
He-
guy that you would want to be playing this prank because you'd never expect him.
yeah, he just looks like an old like electrician or something.
He looks like somebody who works at the hardware store. He really
He
does.
kind of looks like this one dude who like fixed my my bass amp.
He
He was
look-
just like very old. Like
he looks like an
elderly
old
guy.
version of Nick Zen's dad. Is what he looks like. That's what he looked like.
Yeah.
So
he got the jowls going.
That's-
I love it.
that's it. Oh, me too.
And
yeah.
he's young enough. He's still got a little bit of pepper in that.
Oh,
salt and
he's
pepper
that's
hair.
right. Absolutely right. He likes the spice. It's not just about the
D-
sodium.
What is with these particular shirts that these old guys wear?
They're
With
relaxed.
the pocket protectors.
This
too.
this is dress down. This is dress down for the generation. Yeah, there's no tie,
Is
so we're
there
taking
like
it easy.
What's like the old man store that you like buy your clothes from?
Me?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, you because you got shit. too.
Ollie's.
That's still the answer though.
Yeah. Ollie's, Salvation Army, whatever has cheap clothes. Because why the fuck would you pay $200 for a pair of jeans?
I mean,
$8.
$8. that's-
$8. You get
Fashion.
brand name. You get them with the tags on them still.
This guy captured people's minds and imaginations.
Yeah.
Greater than any other person in that town could.
Yeah. Juan
And-
says it was Shaq's foot.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Size 32.
If Shaq came and ripped him limb from limb,
That would be it.
that would be the final, like the best.
Comes out of the
send-off.
woods with glowing eyes.
Oh my god. He just has to shave every day.
jokes.
You stole my identity.
This is the last time this ever happens to me again. Shaq's on a tour right now. For identity theft. Identity theft tour.
Here's the real. This is he's righting wrongs out there.
Shaq's got to make things right. Shaq's got to settle the score.
I really do wonder now. And like, would a speculative Bigfoot be as big or smaller than Shaq? Like Shaq might
I
be
think they're
bigger-
like
if
maybe-
Shaq versus Bigfoot, I think
Yeah.
Shaq's got the advantage.
Oh,
like,
shit, if
no
that-
doubt.
man. If only sci-fi had survived, because that would be a sci-fi movie.
Well,
right
and he
there.
would do it too.
Yeah, he would.
He would jump on
Hell
board.
yeah, Predator 4.
Yeah, he's
Shaq versus Bigfoot.
Shaq versus R. Kelly. He's like Chris Hansen. You know, he's just out there fucking. He's entrapping these like well-known,
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
like Bill
yeah,
Cosby.
that's right.
He's
That's
going
right.
in there
Yeah.
and he just goes
man.
and rips them apart.
He's got, that's right. He does. The minute he walks out of the side door or whatever, he just picks them up. They're like, wait a minute. Shaq's like,
Why'd you bring these condoms here? Who'd you think you were going to meet?
These wouldn't fit my baseball bat, dick.
I got to use a tube sock.
Like a trash bag.
Let me put something on my size.
oh,
And he
that's a-
blasts them like a fire hose. He shoots right through their back.
looks like he's got bats trapped in there. Just trying to get away.
It's all pulsating, all the sperm. Each one of his sperm is like it's like a
They're
baseball
like
size.
chihuahuas.
They're all wriggling the foot. You can literally pick up.
Sell them at the pet store. Oh, Shaq, what did you do? What have you done, Shaq?
How did this evolve into shit?
It's,
Oh,
it's the
man.
feet. It's got to be.
God.
Well, they were pretty surprised when his father-in-law showed up with this huge creature, saying, "I was in shock. It has made a landmark for the community." He said, an almost sweet end to his operation, Hendrick was the one to paint the giant statue using his professional artist skills to design the landmarks.
So he's the
this
one who
guy's-
painted the
yeah,
statue.
yeah. It's like, I brought it in. It's only fair. So, this is the best part too. Although it seems that locals do still reckon some kind of creature exists in the town, as the guy who owns this old Greek country store says, if you don't believe in Sasquatch, you're the problem.
Wow.
Closing statements. Mic drop. because otherwise my kids don't eat. I've got a lot of them.
There's definitive proof that this was all a scam.
Yep.
But I still hold to it because
That's right. If you don't believe in it.
There's so much merch for Sasquatch in my store, and no one wants to buy
That's
pita
it.
bread anymore.
Yeah.
And no one wants to buy feta cheese, and
Yep.
no one wants to buy lamb. So
he's he's bordering on Q territory here.
Yeah.
He just bought all the t-shirts and everything thinking it was a great idea. Now he's realizing his mistake. But I'll tell you, didn't realize their mistake. Get ready for this headline. Okay.
Okay.
A 3-legged bear
Oh shit.
broke into a Florida family's home and helped itself to 3 cans of White Claw
What?
from the fridge. One for
It's
each
getting
foot.
out of hand, man. We can't.
One for each foot.
These White Claws, getting White Claw
Yeah.
wasted is extending to the bear community.
Well, I
now.
mean, what is it? What else is he going to do with his day?
It's like Winnie the Pooh is just waiting for Christopher Robin, so he's going to day drink.
Well,
Maybe he's listening to Jimmy Buffett too much.
That's exactly what he's doing. He said, "I've been wasted away in Margaritaville ever since I lost my arm and numb." So,
Oh man.
good God, I'm going to try this.
Is it like it's probably congenital of him missing a
I don't know.
arm?
I don't know. Maybe he got in a fight with Shaq.
I like this big bold red arrow.
Yeah, they're like
pointing to the
"This
bear
is the bear."
as if I couldn't tell that there's a fucking bear in a living room. Like how much?
Don't mistake the bear for the bar or the sofa. Neither of those are the bear. It's the thing with the face and the ears. That's the bear. Yeah. So Josary Fantine Diglio. I'm going to spell this for you. Josaury.
Josary.
Josary. Faneite.
Faneite.
Eite.
Fanetti.
That's what I'm saying. Fanetti. And then Diglio.
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 Yeah,
I'm
you
telling you.
You got it right. Yep.
Well, we're not even worried about her. She said her 13-year-old son, Joseph Diglio, was inside their Lake Mary home when the family's dog started barking. He looked out the window and saw a bear outside. Security camera footage and cell phone video recorded by Joseph shows the 3-legged bear, known to his neighbors as Tripod, very original, breaking through the screen in their home's lanai.
He's got a motherfucking name. This is
Yeah.
not. It's not like some stranger.
Right,
He's-
exactly. The White Claws were probably for him.
Yeah.
They put him in there.
He's like,
He-
you promised me a White Claw last time.
Yeah, he was like, "What the fuck? I went away when you had the guests. Nobody's home but the kid. I'm taking the kid or the White Claw.
I'm not gonna eat. I'm taking.
I'm
the
checking
kid
the fridge
or the
first.
White Claw.
I'm checking the fridge first, though, because we
It's
had
like-
an agreement.
It's like an old wives' tale witch.
Yeah.
who like comes and steals the children if you don't give her offerings.
That's right. Yeah, you got to give her what she
He's
needs.
the town. He's like the town witch. He's
It's
the
lonely.
town legend,
It's lonely in that cottage.
and he's a real legend too. He's not fake feet
right. That's right. Exactly.
from a mischievous prankster.
You know it. But or do we? I mean, that could be him in a costume. We don't know. We don't know
He's like,
what
who's
he's
gonna-
off to.
Who's
He's
gonna
like,
think of a 3-legged bear costume?
I was all done with that. Yeah, he's like, nobody's going to suspect this. So he ate the fish food we had outside next to our fish tank. Then he proceeded to the bar. He took 3 White Claws, drank them, and left very happy.
Wait. He took the White Claws out and drank
Yeah,
them?
he drank all 3 of them. That's why I say he had 3 White Claws. Yeah, his favorite flavor is
How is-
mango and strawberry. By the way, in
How
case
is
you're
this
wondering.
bear? First of all, he's only got one arm, so
Right.
like, how is he even opening the White? Is he just
Well, he's
chewing
probably
into them?
he's just probably just biting them with his giant fucking teeth.
Yeah,
and
so
just-
like half of it doesn't even get down his throat.
Well, maybe he might lift his head back. It's really like cracking open a skull. So Joseph said, seeing the bear open the fridge spurred him to lock the doors of the house. He's like, holy shit, they're working with their hands now.
I mean, if he opened a White Claw, I'm sure
Yeah.
the lock's not going to stop
It
him.
all lined up. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I'm sure he's got a key. So it's like he said apparently
Got a lock
Tripod was
fixed
looking for yeah. He's like, you can stay in there if you want. I'm gonna eat you eventually. Yeah.
This lock does nothing. It just makes you think that.
Just makes me hungrier. That's all it's doing. So the family said the bear left after a few minutes with only damage being the stolen snacks and the hole in the screen. Said that I was not scared because we know the bear really well. He lives here. We respect their habitat as much as we can, said the fan night Diglio. So there you go. You know, sometimes you encounter those things and you're just like, well, this is
Keep your fridge stocked.
yeah. Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Keep
Keep
your-
those White Claws in the fridge.
Keep
or
the
else,
bears close, but keep your fridge closer.
Right.
And you want to make sure that you.
well, not in this instance. You want to stay far away from your
That's
fridge,
true.
'cause
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where he's-
You need to let them get a little breathing room every once in a while. And it's good though that they're giving them their space, giving them their White Claws. And I guess maybe he's like the claw thing. Like I'm missing one, and I just want another one.
This bear,
Helps
first
him
of all,
helps him forget.
it doesn't look huge. It looks like a black bear as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, it's not like
It's big.
it's big, but it's not like it get bigger. Yes,
I'm wondering though, like
Yeah.
because it's missing an arm. I'm
Mhm.
wondering, like, is it somewhat less dangerous? Like, would it be
I think
easier to
that
kind
it
of
could
outrun him?
well, yeah,
you
I'd
know?
imagine it can't run quite as fast. But I mean, if it's gotten good with that sort of center step,
yeah,
you know, the back legs are where the power is. So, yeah, you're
It's-
not gonna you'll be okay for a little bit, but
It's
not
just-
long.
all it is a little bit of a challenge for him.
It's a little bit of challenge, and we all have to figure that out our
No.
different ways. Just like this guy, police in Nebraska detailed an encounter with an unusual vehicle that had been modified to allow a Watusi bull to ride in the front passenger seat.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
This is, for those of you not enjoying the visual medium, this is one of the strangest things. Like, they have a cattle chute bolted to the side of this car that's it's
like
lifted.
an old like Ford Taurus or
And
something.
right, ironically, it's lifted, right, the wheels so that it can handle the weight. Okay, there's horns in the front with what looks to be a piece of cardboard and magic marker on there that says YR on it, which I assume is his initials. But the weird part is, zip tied to the side of the cattle chute is a thing that says "best car entry," and this guy's driving down the road like that.
I'm also perplexed at the license plate, which is a vanity plate, says boy and dog.
And dog, both.
There's not a dog in sight.
No,
Nor is there a boy.
No.
There's a giant longhorn steer
Yeah.
and a man who's clearly has mental issues driving a weirdly modified Ford.
I hope it's his
Fucking-
emotional support steer.
Oh my god! If
That
it's-
get that shit on a plane.
I don't know how much emotional support you're gonna have. Oh my god! If you are not
So-
seeing this, I don't know how
so
to describe this to you.
Yeah,
but
there is
Oh.
shit all down the back of the car.
this big steer's ass
Right.
is hanging over because the roof
There's
is
nothing
cut
but the
out.
legs.
The
There's
roof-
nothing but the
yeah.
legs in the car.
It's just the legs in the car. Everything
Yeah.
else is sticking straight up
Yeah.
out of it,
Yeah.
and perched right over top of where the cut of the roof is, where there's
Right over the back tire.
it's just it's right over the back tire and the back windshield.
Just covered in shit.
It's just shit you can tell it's just been streaming down
all
right
day.
out of his ass.
And he's terrified. He's going like 100 miles an hour down the highway.
I'm not even moving. How is this happening? He's shitting himself
There's
blind.
bugs and rocks slapping him in the face. He does not like this.
And if he moves around too much too, he'll throw the weight
Let the
distribution
whole
off and
car.
flip the goddamn fucking car. And then think about if somebody
Oh my god.
think about if you happen to have an accident. There's
Yeah.
nothing protecting this thing that you
No.
love so much that you just must stick
No.
it in your fucking shitty
Yep.
car, but you don't love it enough. Like all the money and the time spent to put a weird cattle chute
Yeah.
door on there.
Right.
You could have just bought a truck that transports this animal.
many things.
They make trucks that transport these
That's
size
literally
beasts.
for this purpose. Yeah, exactly
oh
right.
my god.
But the thing that's really disturbing is, as you can see, the ledge of the cutout in the upper picture here. Okay. Not all the shit made it over the windshield.
Nope.
Which means that inside the car is real ripe right now,
Oh, yeah.
regardless of the ventilation.
I mean, yeah, even if all the shit was on the outside of the car, it's still going to smell like fucking shit because it's all over your goddamn car. Like it's everywhere.
It really is. Yeah. What a choice. The officers received a call referencing a car driving into town that had a cow in it. Captain Chad Ryman said that they thought there was going to be a calf, something small or something that would actually fit inside of a vehicle.
Yeah.
The officers were shocked when they finally caught up with the car and discovered a full-grown Watusi bull was riding in the passenger seat of the modified car. The officer wrote him some warnings. There were some citable issues with that situation. The officer chose to write him a warning and asked him to take the animal back home and leave the city. Listen, you go out of our town with your fucking bull and your weird car and your shit and take it all back home.
The cops just
Don't ever come back again.
They turn him around like Rambo.
That's
They're
right.
like,
Yeah.
we don't need your riffraff in our town.
Not today.
And Rambo's like, I'm a war hero.
Yeah, I'm a war hero.
Like, I also
Do you see the thickness of my headband?
there's a lot of shit I've seen, buddy.
Let me tell you what.
A lot of damage in here.
There's a lot of bad stuff that these droopy things. They're doing a whole nother layer of the Expendables too. By the way, doing another one's coming down the line.
Another one.
They're going to have like younger people in it now.
Oh, they're trying to pass the torch over.
Up to new action stars. I can't wait.
Stallone
Can't
looks
wait.
like someone. He's like getting like Joe Rogan and Stallone are like they have like the same types of bodies.
Sure.
Someone's just there with like blood,
Right,
and
right,
like one
right.
of those pumps, those comically large pumps.
Absolutely.
They're just like pumping the
Yeah.
blood up, and there's his skin has got to be like paper thin at this point because it's like stretched all the way across.
That's the thing too. He's constantly contorted. Like there's something that's pulling him in different directions. Gravity is affecting him in a different way.
I bet when he walks, he sloshes.
He's got to. Yeah, there's sort of like this forward and backward momentum with every step. Yeah,
It's like a waterbed.
yeah, it's exactly what it
sentient
was.
waterbed.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is. Area residents said that the driver Lee Meyer and the bull named Howdy Doody are a common sight in the areas, apparently. But the police told them that if he decides to take his cow on the road again, he will be subject to the appropriate fines.
Yeah, why don't you just save us all the trouble and just shoot this guy? Come on.
Set the cow free, shoot the guy.
Yeah.
Actually, kill the guy, give the cow the car, see what happens.
Just
See where it goes.
You know, let's just see what happens.
Let's just figure out. I mean, we've got like little motion how we can do like a screen cap thing, like we do with green screen people. Just put little dots on the tips of the horns, and wherever he turns is where the car goes.
Yeah.
We can set up some cameras on there
Bring
that
up
tie into the motor
self-driving-
and a steering column.
Yeah.
Piece of fucking cake. We can do this
Oh,
like
no problem.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
And all I need to know is if this bull has any enemies, because if it does, we need to let them know before we give it conveyance.
Oh, these bulls, they don't forget.
They don't forget. But the problem is that they're not great with faces. So
No,
they remember the name and they're just going around and asking everybody. And they only have so much skewer room on their horns. But
here the question is, does this bull like this guy?
well, I don't know. I mean, as much
He did
as
shit all over his
right,
car.
yeah, exactly.
So maybe not.
And he was like, I'm not sitting in here with you anymore. He's like, fine, I'll cut your side out. How about that? And there he is, riding along. Speaking of cutting it out, Chinese authorities have arrested 2 construction workers accused of using an excavator to dig a hole through the Great Wall of China so they didn't have to go so far around the wall.
What the fuck?
There you are. So the Shaanxi Cultural Relics Bureau said Monday that the 2 people used their excavator to dig a shortcut through this 32nd Great Wall, which date back to the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644. Okay?
Damn, dude.
So the suspects have been identified by local police as a 38-year-old man and a 55-year-old woman. Local police were notified of the damage about 4:20 p.m. on the 24th of August. After following tracks from the damaged site, officers located the excavator and the pair of suspects, who told the authorities they just dug the hole so that they could create a shortcut through the ancient wall because they were tired of taking the excavator all the way around it when they were working on their construction project. So
why not just park it over there on the other side then?
it's not that tall.
Or like get a crane over there
Yeah,
so you
come
can just
on.
go reach over the wall. I hate to break it to you, but the wall was good back when it was built, I guess.
Yeah.
Kept people out because we didn't have as many
Right ways to get
machines and
over it.
possible- But now there's all kinds of solutions.
Yeah, exactly right. You could do so many different things.
How are you that old and that fucking stupid too? You're like 38
Just
and
take it for
55.
granted.
How?
Just take it for granted, I guess.
Granite.
Granite. Just take it for granted. We'll just chop it up. It's granite. Time for new countertops.
What the? That's just so insane to me, though, that someone's just gonna bust through the Great Wall of fucking China. It's one of like the
Full of dead bodies. I mean,
Oh.
there's all kinds of shit that had to happen.
yeah.
But the officials have reported that the section of the wall has been damaged beyond repair. So the iconic Great Wall was designed or designated as a World Heritage Site in '87, according to the UN agency. The wall runs 13,000 miles across the country.
That is an insane fucking
Take that-
undertaking.
Take that, Trump.
Like
and it's
how
begun,
many? Yeah.
Yeah,
I know,
it's
Trump's
and it
like,
began construction in 220 BC. And it's
they-
been continuously built until the 17th century.
Wow,
That's
that was what I was curious about.
project. Yeah.
I was curious about that.
Keeping
That's
it
like
going.
generationals, just like an entire
Yep.
like family bloodline just worked on that
Just
wall for like ever.
See, and
Their
I
children
guarantee
and
you they're all
grandchildren.
in the wall too.
Probably in the wall, yeah.
Right on in there. Yep. It's all about the family.
I mean, it's cool because they're preserving you if your body's in that wall.
Well, you got to
so.
preserve what you can preserve and give up what you can give up. And some 15,000 people, including many tourists, pasted each other with tomatoes on Wednesday as Spain's annual Tomatina street battle took place in the eastern town of Bunal. So I guess
Okay.
this is how Prego gets their stock for the year.
I thought this
because
was like I
those
thought this
machines
was a
are expensive.
This looked like a terrifying AI images of like what a tomato if you just like wrote tomato fight
massacre.
in like
Yeah.
Chat GPT. Like this isn't. People are just so
There-
weird.
There are
man.
like the videos and other pictures of this
Mhm.
are unbelievable. This is literally like most of the town that this happens. And they don't, I mean, as you can see, there's no surface. Everything is covered in tomatoes. Everything.
It's disgusting.
All of the walls are covered in tomatoes. All of
Mhm.
the buildings are covered in tomatoes. The windows are covered in tomatoes. The cars are covered. Everything is
Why-
covered in tomatoes.
Why would they do this insane tradition?
This is what they think is
It's so messy.
I'm telling you, there's got to be a corporation behind this. They're like, we got to keep this
It's-
going. We're
it's
just going to
Prego.
scoop all this stuff up,
You're right.
jar it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's all it
they just
takes.
get snow shovels out
Everybody
there.
dry
at the
off with some oregano. Workers on trucks tipped 120 tons of overripe tomatoes onto the main street of the town for participants to throw at each other. The street fight leaves both the street, its houses, and participants drenched in the red pulp of the tomato. The street fight leaves. Where to say that? So the tickets for the festival start at €12, which is about $13.
Okay.
Townhouses, or rather, the town hoses down the area, and the revelers shower off within minutes of the hour-long noon battle finishing. So they're just like, oh, what just happened, right? That's the day. I always thought about when I was a kid. I was like, what if, like, you hear the fireworks going off and everything on 4th of July? I'm like, what if somebody just got shot?
Oh,
How would anybody
that's-
know?
That,
Right?
that's
Yeah,
like
right.
that is like the
Same thing.
time for people to
Exactly.
get shot. By the way,
It was, I think it was an episode of Monk or Murder, She Wrote, or one of those shows. So that's what it's all about. But this is the perfect day to commit a bloody murder.
Yeah.
Because I was just in the Tomatino,
just paint a hand grenade red.
Yeah, it's
throw
no
it in-
big
throw it
deal.
in the
Just
mix.
toss this is over. This is
Yeah.
definitely overripe.
It's a jar of pasta sauce.
And most of the blast will be absorbed by the tomato, and
Well,
all the stuff on the outskirts will be cooked. It'll be
don't let-
delicious.
That's right. And don't let movies and TV mislead you there.
Right.
Most of what a grenade explodes with is not really fire.
No.
It's
It's-
shrapnel.
It's wrapped. That's
It's
why
like-
the
it's like a
outside is
shotgun.
dented like that.
Yeah.
That's why it has that texture.
It's got that pineapple look to it.
That's right. They're trying to
Yeah.
get those pieces out of there and into
Oh,
your
they
head.
Shoot all those.
Yeah,
pieces.
yeah. So the festival held last Wednesday was inspired by the food fight between the local children in 1945 in the town, which is located in the tomato producing region.
You're letting a bunch of kids dictate what your tradition
Like, you know
is for
what,
that
kids?
town?
Let's keep doing this for another.
You know who we should listen to? A bunch of
That's right.
dumb kids throwing tomatoes at each other.
Let's do this for another 40 years. This sounds great.
Let's just let's make it bigger and grosser.
Perfect. Got it. There we go. So media attention in the 1980s turned into a national and international event drawing participants from every corner of the world. So participants usually will use swimming goggles to protect their eyes and usually dress in t-shirts
Not
and
this,
shorts.
not this girl.
Not them. That's what I mean. There's so many people that were just out there.
Like someone had like full force like ML like Major League
Oh,
Baseball
yeah.
hit, like did a Major League Baseball like
This guy-
pitch in
yeah.
her face.
like a knuckleball. This guy's about to throw another one right here in the forefront,
Oh,
the
my
foreground.
God.
He's ready. He's ready.
He is. He's got it
she's
wound
like,
up.
she's like, no.
Not again. It
And
hurts.
he's like, say goodnight. Say goodnight.
It's like,
Tomato time.
I've been waiting for these to throw this tomato at somebody's face my whole fucking
Whole life. I've been waiting for the end, and the end has finally arrived, and the end is covered in tomatoes. Just like just like the depth of our blood. We've got tomatoes deep in our blood. That's why
That's
I'm
true.
convinced That is the reason. The cigars the smoker going to give you cancer. But we got to do what we can. And what we can do is end this episode.
Thank
So
God. It's
we'll
all
see-
over. It's a massacre just like they had in Spain.
That's right. Just like Spain. And when that bull finally gets out of that car,
We left you with a mess and we're not cleaning it up. It's
You
your
know
it's
it.
your problem.
just like the bull,
Everything's messy.
giving them the bull. That's why we'll see you next time. Another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And that's it, folks.
go check us out on another
There you go. Go
in
listen.
another format.
Go over to the Say You Love Satan 80s Horror Podcast, wherever you get podcasts, and you can listen to the incredible Two-Headed Horror Show, which is exactly like this, except not
it's a little calmer.
not
and it's
as
got some structure
not as
to it.
bad. It's more focused on horror movies and news and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But same kind of
It's-
bullshit. We're going to give you all kinds of things. The first thing that comes to
Gotta
our
be me.
mind, gotta be me.
Gotta be me.
That's-
Can't
that's
stop me.
That's it. That's the thing.
I'm like Eminem.
Gotta
They they may have replaced me with a lookalike.
Gotta be me. All right, everybody. Thank you, internet people, for being
Thanks,
here.
everybody who
we got
came.
Juan, we got Allison, and we got one more, which might
Somebody
be
else.
Kenny. I see Kenny in the chat.
Oh, Kenny.
Whoever it is,
Kenny, do it.
here we are. We did it. Did another one. Check out the other show if you want to dive into the
Yeah,
horror
you
realm.
know.
It's going to be
If this isn't enough for you,
yeah. If you want to hurt yourself more, then join in whenever you'd like.
don't tell your
more come
doctor.
on. That don't tell them. No, please,
Because-
because we can't have them calling again.
No,
They almost shut things down last time.
I don't have
So-
enough apples to keep my day.
No, and this tomato festival's over, so we're running out of fruit. But we love you anyway, and we'll see you next time. Love you, goodbye.
Bye.